You know what hurts the most? Not the cameras, not the noise, not even the chaos. It's when the person you love the most is standing right next to you, and suddenly you can't reach them. So imagine this. You're in Hong Kong. You just landed with your group to start the Asian leg of the New World Tour. You're excited, you're focused, you're ready to give everything on stage. But for once, just for a moment, you're not an idol. You're just a son. And that's exactly what happened to 17's Dino. Before the first concert, Dino was spotted walking through the streets of Hong Kong with his mother. No stage lights, no choro, no microphones, just family time. Just a quiet moment before the storm of tour life begins. And then, the crowd formed. At first, maybe it felt like a few people recognizing him. That happens, it's part of the job. But it didn't stop. More fans gathered, more phones came out, more people pushed closer. And then, something terrifying happened. In the middle of that growing crowd, Dino and his mother got separated. Separated. If you've seen the photos, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about. His face changed, the smile disappeared, the relaxed energy was gone. You could literally see the panic. He wasn't thinking about being filmed. He wasn't thinking about looking good for pictures. He wasn't thinking about fan service. He was thinking, where is my mom? There are images of him trying to reach her, stretching his arm out, looking around, visibly distressed, surrounded by phones, cameras inches from his face, people calling his name, and all he wanted was to make sure his mother was safe. Let that sink in. This wasn't an airport schedule. This wasn't an official event. This wasn't a fan sign. This was a son trying to protect his mother. And instead of space, he was given pressure. Instead of respect, he was given a wall of bodies. Instead of love, he was given fear. The videos spread quickly. Social media exploded. CARATs were furious, and honestly, rightfully so, because this wasn't support. This wasn't admiration. This wasn't, we're just excited. This was a complete breakdown of boundaries. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Being a fan does not mean you own access to someone's private life. Just because someone stands on stage for you, just because they smile at fans, just because they share pieces of themselves through music, that does not mean you are entitled to chase them down the street. There's a difference between love and obsession, and that line was crossed. You could see how overwhelmed Dino was. He had to rush across the road at one point, trying to navigate the crowd, and for a second he didn't even realize his mother was behind. That split second, that's panic. That's fear. That's real human stress. And imagine being his mother. You're in a foreign city, you're with your son, and suddenly you're surrounded by strangers pushing forward, holding cameras up, closing in from all sides. That's not a cute fan moment. That's dangerous. This incident reignited a conversation that K-pop has been having for years. Fan etiquette. Because this isn't the first time. Just weeks ago, another inappropriate situation involving a member of 17 sparked heated discussions about boundaries and respect. Why does this keep happening? We always say, protect the idols. We always trend hashtags about mental health. We always talk about how hard they work. But when it matters most, when it's time to actually step back, some people step forward instead. And that's the contradiction. If you truly love someone, you don't put them in a position where they have to choose between being polite and protecting their family. You don't force them into survival mode in the middle of a casual walk. You don't film their distress and then upload it for views. Because let's be honest, turning that moment into content, that's not being a fan. That's clout chasing. Dino debuted young. He grew up in front of us. We watched him evolve from the maknae to a confident performer, a choreographer, a creative force. He gives everything on stage, every ounce of energy, every sharp movement, every smile. But offstage, he deserves peace. He deserves to hold his mother's hand in public without calculating exit routes. He deserves to breathe. And here's the bigger picture. K-pop is global now. The industry is massive. Tours are international. Idols are constantly moving through airports, hotels, cities. If we don't normalize boundaries now, these situations will only escalate. Today, it was panic. Tomorrow, it could be someone getting seriously hurt. And that's not dramatic. That's realistic. We need to redefine what support actually looks like. Support is buying albums. Support is streaming music. Support is cheering at concerts. Support is respecting their private time. Support is seeing your idol on the street and choosing not to approach. That's power, because self-control is louder than screaming. Real love is protective, not possessive. And I think this moment hits so hard because we saw Dino not as idol Dino, but as Lee Chan, a son, a human being, a young man trying to keep his mother safe in a crowd that was closing in. No choreography, no stage persona, just raw emotion. As fans, we have influence. We shape the culture around our fandom. So if we normalize chasing, mobbing, and filming distress, that spreads. But if we normalize respect, that spreads too. So this isn't about attacking people. It's about accountability. Because if we don't protect the artists we claim to love, who will? Dino will still step on stage. He will still perform. He will still smile. But moments like this stay with a person. And I hope, truly, that next time any idol is spotted with family, the reaction isn't a swarm. I hope it's distance. I hope it's maturity. I hope it's growth. Because loving 17 means protecting every member, not just when the cameras are on, but especially when they're off. What do you think? Was this just excitement, or did it cross the line? And at the end of the day, this isn't just about one moment in Hong Kong. It's about the culture we create as fans. We always say we're proud to be CARATs. We say we're different. We say we protect our artists. So let's prove it. Let's be the fandom that chooses respect over proximity. The fandom that understands that idols are humans first. The fandom that knows real love doesn't suffocate. It safeguards. Because stages are for performances, streets are for living, and Dino deserves to live without fear. If you believe in protecting our artists, if you believe boundaries matter, share your thoughts below. Let's have this conversation the right way. This has been Dieback Daily. Stay informed, stay respectful, and most importantly, stay kind.